Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those of you who have been here before and to those of you who are subscribed. If you're new here, welcome to Angelic Earth Resonance. My name is Jennifer Roble. I'm a healer, a psychic, a celestial channel, a starseed lightworker, and a teacher of the healing arts and the ascension arts. Angelic Earth Resonance is the name of my body of work that I created in 2015. It's a combination of somatic bodywork or somatic healing and angelic light work. If you would like to learn more about this body of work, you can visit my website at angelicearthresonance.com. Welcome to today's collective reading. Collective, meaning this reading is for many people. Spirit's brilliance brings through the reading for whoever is drawn to watch it. So if this resonates with you, it's for you. This reading is also timeless, meaning that whenever you listen to it, it's the perfect time. Time doesn't actually exist, as we all know, in the linear way that we relate to it on an everyday basis. So this reading, Spirit can work this reading so that you listen to it 3 years from now and it will still be relevant to you if it resonates and you are meant to watch it. So this is a collective reading and a timeless reading, as most of my readings are. So welcome today. It's a very special day, at least in my mind. These times have been so transformational. And so many people I know are going through such intense change and tower moments. And we are in a 5-year, meaning that 2021 adds up to the number 5. And today is 555. And so it's a portal for this energy. Sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. This angelic energy, this frequency of 555. And according to the Angel Numbers book, it's a very popular book for interpreting numbers. I'll just read it to you. Says, all of your efforts are now paying off. Yes. Know that the universe and your angels are supporting you in creating and living an abundant life. So 555 portal, beautiful. I've been frustrated for the past 3 days, to be honest with you, because I just went through a move and all these changes. I've definitely been in my own kind of tower moment, like a lot of you have, but it's actually been really beautiful. Even though parts that it have been hard, of course, it's been really powerful and feels good overall, and like I'm aligning in a deeper way to my heart's greatest desires. So I'm really grateful for this, and I think a lot of people are experiencing this, and it's sometimes hard to see how good it is when you're in the midst of the chaos. But I was excited to see what comes through this month because things have been so wild for everybody. So anyway, I was hoping to get this done for the May energies. Here we are, May 5th, 2021. So 555. And this is for the May energies. This is a collective reading for the May energies, and I was expecting to have this brought through like the 1st or the 2nd, or maybe even the 3rd. But no, and it was frustrating at first, and then I started listening, and I said, okay, when? And they said on Wednesday, and I'm like, oh, why Wednesday? And so then I realized the date, and I was like, oh my gosh, that makes perfect sense. So the theme of this reading, the essence of this reading, I should say, the codes that are coming through this reading to you and to me as I bring it through are these codes through the 555 portal, through those energies. So whenever in time and space you're listening to this, even if it's not May 5th, 2021, you will be receiving the energies from this 555 number, this energy portal. It is so beautiful. All of your efforts are paying off, and you're preparing for this abundant life. You're in it. So what were those words exactly? Know that the universe and your angels are supporting you in creating and living an abundant life. All of your efforts are paying off now. So that is the essence of today's collective reading. So if you're tuning into this and you're here right now, know that this message is for you. You are in alignment. You're in the right place at the right time. and I'm excited to see what comes through today. I haven't even read. I was called to start with the Beyond Lemuria deck, one of my favorites actually, by Izzy Ivy, and she just created a new deck that's based more on the tarot, and I'm so excited for that one to be on sale and to work with that one, because I love her artwork, and the energy in her cards is so starseed and beautiful and new earth and encoded. So anyway, we're starting with her deck today, and I've been wondering what's going to come through. And oh, that's what I was going to say. I haven't looked at any of, whoops, there we go. Oops. Stepping through, beautiful. I haven't looked at any of the, my emails or anything that would tell me what other people are picking up right now, because I really wanted it to come through fresh. So beautiful. I drew the Freedom card the other day too. That's a big deal for everybody right now. Okay, so stepping through. It looks like stepping through the portal, the illusion, stepping through into your higher self, into this like greater part of your being, perhaps. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read from the book, but so beautiful. So I think it's like we're stepping through all of these challenges and into more of our spiritual self. I love how the Merkaba is in her heart, and she's coming up out of the lotus. So let's read that one. This is what we've all been doing, I believe, is stepping through our karmic ties, stepping through 11, and it's number 11, so very high frequency master number 11. Let's see, 47, because it's 47. Stepping through, follow your heart, dream big, stepping through something that has been holding you back, the threshold, starting new projects, self-belief, it is all possible. The road less traveled, trust. Those are incredible keywords for this, and this is an extremely valuable message for May. How exciting for us. Follow your heart, dream big. You're stepping through the portal, through the threshold, and here we are at 555, stepping through the portal of 11. So beautiful. Self-mastery, balance within, the twin flame, whether it's with a partner or within yourself first and with a partner. So beautiful, stepping through. So this is what we've all been doing. We're trying to find our way home, and home is in the heart. And we're more and more discovering that home is also on planet Earth, and that our home is our temple, our body, our earth, our actual physical home, and that the home, like our soul's home, is within our heart. And this is where the song of our soul lives, is within our heart. And this is the deepest part of us that is home, where we feel at home. And so we're all stepping through these old patterns and releasing these old things and stepping into this new place where we have a sanctuary within us, where we feel at home on planet Earth. So many of us starseeds don't feel at home on planet Earth. And it's very important. The ascension is about embodiment. The ascension is about bringing light into the body, bringing your soul's light into the body, bringing higher consciousness into the body, literally into your cells, into your life experience. And so this card is reminding us that we're coming home. So I think May is going to be a very pivotal month for us as we move through this portal, to really step more into, I think we've all been going through a lot of rock bottom or seventh heaven or all of the above. It seems like we've been going through extremes so that we can move through, step through this portal into the sanctuary of our hearts, so that this is more of the place that we can live from and shine our light from and guide and lead each other from. So And this ultimately leads to our freedom, right? This card is so beautiful. And I will read the keywords for home also, and freedom. But freedom, we are all really, this is a key theme right now in general, in my opinion, on the planet. Sovereignty is another way I look at it. The ability to be authentically you and choose your reality and choose your truth. So freedom, and freedom to love who you want and how you want, you know, and as long as everything's respectful. And yes, so freedom is what we're all moving into, and the way we get there is through this portal of the heart, when we find our way home to ourselves, when we really find our way home and feel at peace on the planet, in our bodies, in our relationships, in our jobs, in every aspect of our life, then we are truly free. This is our true freedom. And so this is, I believe, such a beautiful message. I knew it was going to be powerful the way it was building over the last few days. But what a fantastic reminder to all of us right now, because the whole world it's like we're being shaken up. Like literally, like giant hand is just shaking the world. And it's for a good purpose. We all know this, but sometimes the journey can be challenging. So these are beautiful reminders. And so the keywords for the card home are heart-based presence. So being centered, being in your heart and centered there and present in the moment, in the now, because that's the only place you can really ever be, right? So being heart-based, present, grounding, finding home within yourself wherever you are. The body as a temple for the soul. Travel, finding family wherever you go. So you're feeling at home, you know, you could be anywhere on the planet and you feel at home because you feel at home within you. Occupying yourself, and occupying yourself fully and joyfully. Connecting to your unwavering infinite depths and the collective oneness. That I also think is a very key. Wow, that's beautiful. Connecting to your unwavering infinite depths and the collective oneness. So that's what's being called to our attention right now in this powerful portal, in this powerful time as we come into spring, as we just moved through May Day, Beltane, for those of you who are familiar with Beltane. 25, let's read freedom. So the keywords for freedom are living the life you love. Yes, that's what we all want. That's what many of us are doing, and we want to just continue to expand that, right? Like just this infinite blooming that's our birthright. It's our gift, and it's what we're being shown, all of us. So that's your freedom, living the life you love. Liberation as a shift in perspective, which is another huge piece, right? Like if you're focusing on all the things that are holding you down and holding you back, then that's what you're going to get more of. And if you're in gratitude and you're focused on the things that where you are free, where you can make decisions, because sometimes, you know, life or, you know, parts of our life that where maybe at least in that temporary time period we don't feel free, you know, okay, 6 more months of school or another year of this job or whatever the case. And so really shifting your perspective and knowing that that's a choice. And it's a choice you're making for your highest good, and you can feel free in that, and you can feel joyful in that. And I don't know why that came through. Spirit's just bringing that through, so that might be relevant, or that is probably relevant for some of you or a lot of you, but maybe not all of you. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't in this reading. It is a collective reading. So in Freedom card also is keywords are saying inviting enjoyment and inspiration into your life. Yes. Discovering what freedom means to you. Very important. It is very different for a lot of people. Overcoming limitations. That is huge also. And there we are with the stepping through. Oh, that's interesting. It starts with stepping through, releasing your limitations, releasing the old. And then the freedom is also about overcoming limitations. So unbound creative expression, yes. And authentic creative expression, so you're free in it. Unbound. Choice over obligation, yes. And that's what I was saying before, is really looking at everything in your life that maybe you feel obligated over, and really weigh it, you know, with your heart, you know, with this place of from home, from the center of your heart, really weigh, is this something that needs to be in my life? Like, where is the desire to have this? Where is it coming from? And then some obligations, so those that don't fit, you can let them go. You can make the choice to let them go. And then some obligations, like I said, are for the highest good, for the benefit of a later time in your life. And we have to go through that in order to, it's part of our growth and commitment to things, right? So even if you're in that stage, you can shift that perspective into a more freedom feeling and be like, wait, but you know, I'm choosing to be here. I am choosing to be in this experience because it's going to bring me this next thing where I will be even more free. And so knowing that there's those two ways of choice over obligation that can lead you to your freedom. And using your intuition and your heart center to know how to choose that and how to relate to that. So that is a powerful, beautiful way for this reading to start. I'm really grateful for that. So we're letting go of the old, we're finding our center, and we're finding our freedom. And so the Energy Oracle deck Spirit wants me to pull next. Sandra Ann Taylor's Energy Oracle deck. May energies. Collective energies. Use discernment when people are offering you opportunities and coming to you with opportunities. Make sure you're really paying attention to what their motives might be, what their agenda might be. Make sure that it really is a win-win for you, because good things are coming is what I feel Spirit's saying for all of us. I mean, we're in the 555 portal and it's saying we're, you know, moving into a more abundant life. So, but that doesn't mean we don't have to be careful and that there aren't still people out there who aren't really. So watch all opportunities and make sure, there we go, see it says, use your intuition, the goddess of the moon. So use your intuition with people. And if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. And know a better opportunity is coming. So yeah, 6th chakra. Okay, so yeah, and some of you will be afraid to trust your intuition, which of course, right? Because sometimes, right, you have to be careful when something is really pulling on the ego part of your mind. I think that's why so many of us, it's very important to for us to determine, kind of get to learn what those voices are within our head. Because sometimes when we want something really badly, we're ready to jump into something without really feeling into it. And sometimes we doubt ourselves because we really want it to be true. And so really just take your time. What I've found with that, being an empath, I run into that a lot, because many of you, I'm sure, empaths also. I get so excited about what that other person is feeling that I'm not really discerning that well. So take some time away from it. My key has always been to slow down, to take my time to make decisions and get away from things, go out in nature, where I can clear my mind and ground myself. Because again, we're going back to that home card of like being really grounded, because when you're really grounded in your body, you are more intuitive. And you can really feel, even in your body, if something feels light and good, it's probably right. And if it feels heavy or strange, it's probably not right. Yeah, because the temple path, you are on the right path. And your body is the temple. You are in alignment. So whoever is watching this right now, you are in alignment with your path. Trust your intuition. Stop doubting it. And you don't need anyone else. This is for some of you, or this, you know, so if this doesn't resonate, but I'm hearing that, like, for a lot of you, like, you need to hear that if this doesn't resonate, I'm sorry, you need to hear that if something doesn't feel right to you, it doesn't matter how good it sounds. You need to really, this is part of like learning to be at home in our bodies. This is part of sovereignty and freedom, is really holding that. And for a lot of you, you need to hear that you need to like give your power back to yourself, and don't let anyone else make you feel like you need them to be on this path, to be on this temple path. This is you in spirit. This is a co-creation of your life, and you are on track, and you don't need necessarily anyone to tell you how to do it or to do it for you. If people come into your life to help you and it feels really aligned and beautiful, then absolutely go for that. But don't feel like you need somebody. Some people are really good at making you feel like you're less than, and like, especially like charismatic people, yeah, they're really, some of the, you know, narcissistic people make you feel like you need them, and that you don't. So the Spirit's saying you don't need anyone. If someone's helpful and it feels right and it feels aligned, then absolutely go for it and but listen to that intuition. And so then I've got the first chakra, Archangel Michael in reverse. And so again, don't lose your grounding with all this. Don't let the exciting ideas and the anxiety that comes up, like, don't let the anxiety throw you off and get you ungrounded, because you've got this. You're on the temple path. This is the center of this. You have it, and you are the goddess of the moon, even if you're a man. Sorry, I keep bumping that. Even if you're a man. So this just means like you are centered in the feminine essence of your being, where you understand how to connect to this intuitive part of yourself very deeply. So you're on the temple path, and you have this deep intuition. Know that this is your protection, that this will relieve the anxiety when you ground yourself and you know that you're protected. You can call on Archangel Michael too. I've been calling on him a lot lately for protection and for groundedness in the body. So yeah, don't let yourself get thrown off by other people. Don't let yourself get anxious. You are intuitive. You have what you need. All right. Let's see. Because in the end, sooner or later, this all comes out to blossoming abundance as well. So this is what the reading is about today. Stepping into the abundant life. Know that the path that you're on, whatever you're pursuing right now, thinking of right now, that is, you're on the right path. Spirit's telling you, trust your intuition. You can do it. Stay grounded. Being grounded, again, being out in nature or in water, salt baths. If you can't go out in nature for some reason, or you just want to do both, Epsom salt baths or actually sea salt, mineral salt baths are amazing and grounding. And so when you ground yourself, that will help with the anxiety. The anxiety is just the mind and all these energies stirring. And there was this whole process of cards that fell forward, and it landed with blossoming abundance. So that know that we're all going through a process right now. Sorry, I really gotta quit bumping that. We're all going through quite the process, and it's an unfolding, it's a birthing, it's a, like, there's conflict, and then there's resolution, and then there's success and progress, and eventually there's abundance. And so stay grounded, know you're on the temple path, and follow your intuition, and don't be fooled. Don't be fooled into thinking you need someone else to do this. What beautiful messages. So thank you, Spirit. And now I'm being called to pull from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. So yeah, let's see what this deck has to say. Okay, yeah, so many of us are going to have to change our perspective on things, like I was talking about with the Freedom card, okay? That your perspective is holding you back. You need to zoom out, find common ground, okay? It's all very overwhelming right now. Whether you're going through the exciting parts or the difficult releasing parts, it's all very overwhelming, and grounding seems to be a huge message for this month. And what a great month, I think, for most of us to be out and grounding. At least this hemisphere, it is spring and beautiful. So anyway, shift your perspective, whatever is challenging you right now. Okay, shift your perspective about it. We're all in a huge karmic release. We're all getting into places of better empowerment, of better abundance, of higher frequency and higher consciousness living. It's what's on the table for us energetically, and it's the path we're on. It's already done. There's no going back. So they're saying, shift your perspective and pull out, zoom out, get a bird's eye view. When you're up close to things, sometimes it's hard to see. It came out in reverse. That's why I'm saying it's time to really focus on perspective. For some of you, this resonates. If it doesn't, that's okay. Because there's deep cellular healing happening right now for the entire planet, for Gaia, for each of us individually, for soul groups, there's so much. So this is Arcturian energy, physical and emotional healing. Oh, so beautiful, and she's like in a chrysalis and in a temple. So again, a temple seems to be in this reading. There's a lot of messages about the body being a temple, an embodiment. So know that there's deep cellular healing going on, and if you're feeling like you're going through a lot right now, that's why. And we're all releasing. As we're healing on a cellular level, we're releasing the past and the old paradigms that no longer fit in the new earth and in a world where we can be in a higher frequency and a higher state of love collectively. And I know these next years are going to be a lot of change, but we're going to do it in baby steps. One step at a time, Spirit says. Try not to get overwhelmed. One step at a time. Baby steps. Take action, but follow your intuition before it makes sense. So again, following your intuition, it doesn't have to make sense if something looks pretty on the outside, but your intuition is saying, no, no, no. Take actions, even if it's a small action, to move away from that. Or if something's feeling really good, but it feels like a huge thing to get, to the end goal. For all of us, I think I feel overwhelmed with that sometimes. So know that it's okay to take small steps. That's how we're going to get through this. That's how we're going to get collectively where we want to be. Beautiful messages. So we'll see what else wants to come through. I love that card. It's like she's... Sorry, I just got distracted a second. Oh, and there's another portal in this card. This card is stepping through this magical looking portal. And again, there's like a portal in this one. And so here we are on, can you guys see that portal? So here we are on the 555 portal, and we have all of these really beautiful portals coming up. Just wanted to point that out. Woo! Okay. Ooh, yes, boundaries. So boundaries are coming up for a lot of people right now, and codependency in relationships. So know that you have the love that you need within you, and you don't need to receive that from someone else in order to feel complete and whole. Like, we all know that message intellectually, right? But it's a very big thing coming up right now, because I know I've seen astrologically and in other twin flame readings and things like that, that collectively we're going through a lot in personal relationships and romantic relationships. Even if we're not in partnership, we're going in through issues related to that, through relationship to our own inner masculine or feminine, or our own inner beloved. So paying attention to codependency patterns and to boundaries, making sure you are taking care of yourself and not letting people into your world who are not respectful and who sap your energy. That's what codependency is too. You end up in this agreement where you're basically exhausted from giving away this energy to each other. At least that's been my experience when I have had those experiences. So anyway, pay attention to that. And Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. So know that and this is very Egyptian, and I've been feeling the Egyptian energy a lot the last few days too. Isis and, oh, that's right. And so last night, oh, interesting, this card came out. So this is Star Brothers. This is letting you know that you are safe and that you are protected and that you can trust this path you're on. You can trust everything that's happening right now. So last night I had a dream about Hathor. And it's interesting, I don't normally, I don't know, I've always been connected to her. I know the goddess, but I don't know. It was such an intense dream where I felt like I was getting downloads from her and communicating with her, and I felt her face become my face, and it was almost like it was made of clay or stone, but it also felt organic. Nothing felt bad. It all felt very loving and bright and high frequency, and yes, so loving and so nurturing, actually, like going home. Again, that home card. So the home cards, they're telling me the home card also has to do with going home to our star brothers and sisters, right? Going home, spending time connecting with our ships and the communication with the beings that we're connected to in the cosmos. And so even if that's animal beings or whatever that is for you, so that's a lot about, so in my dream it was like so interesting, you know how she often has these Hathor often has these cow ears, because it was so strange. I felt the ears. I could feel her, that I had her face, and I remember specifically feeling the ears. And she gave me a message, and she was talking to me, but of course, when I woke up, I didn't remember what it was, and I'm sure it was more than I could take in consciously, but it was amazing. And the strangest thing is, for hours after I woke up this morning, I could feel those ears. And I still kind of can when I think about it. So here, I feel like this is, look at these ears. Oh my gosh. Okay, so look at this. Whoa. Yes, like that. Like those ears, my ears kind of felt like that. Although those are more like fairy ears. But it was like a cow, but a combination between like that and a cow. I don't know. It was very interesting feeling. I wish I could draw, because I would draw it for you all, but I really can't draw at all. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a really neat dream. So their Spirit's saying our guides and angels are here. Our galactic brothers and sisters are ready. All we have to do is ask for help, okay? And so they're there for us. You are not alone. Okay, again, the message, you are not alone. And it came out in reverse. So again, that's Spirit confirming, yes, so many of you are feeling alone right now. You're not alone. Connect into your heart and connect, ask that your star brothers and sisters connect with you. You can, again, you can do that anywhere, but it also feels very powerful and magnetic, and when you're out in nature, any time of day, and then often at night, stargazing is incredible too. But you're not alone, and reach out to your community too. Connect with people, even if it's like watching a reading like this on YouTube, and you can feel everybody that's watching this, we're all connected, okay? It's a collective. Or if you're on Instagram, or, you know, if you're locked into that, but in your community too, things are starting to open up a little bit, most places. So even if you're just getting together with a couple friends, you know, just maybe for lunch or just for tea, just to remember you are not alone. Like-minded friends, okay? We all need some peace right now. And so remember that you're a star keeper, you're a cosmic ancestor, you are the light. Stay grounded. And so again, this is in reverse, okay? So we're getting these repeating messages. You're not alone. Stay grounded. Things are overwhelming right now. So yeah, there's that one. And then, oh, I love this card. The Courageous Peony. So it's a flower. The Courageous Peony. And the keywords are multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Yes, we're all blooming into this new phase. We're stepping through this portal and we're blooming. And it's so beautiful. What a great way. So be courageous. It takes courage to do all this, as we're all feeling. And I heard again, call on Archangel Michael. He's ready and willing to help. So they're telling me to read the Star Brothers card. So let's see what it says. Star Brothers. You're more protected than you can imagine. Ooh, so a lot of you need to hear that. You are more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. Oh, so beautiful. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. So that's interesting because this card that came next to it is often about connecting with people in your everyday life. So those messages are side by side, giving it like the extra, a little extra underline or bold print. Spirit saying, yes, connect with your star beings and connect with real, everyday reality type people too. Not that the others aren't reality, but you know what I mean. Three-dimensional or five-dimensional, wherever you're vibing in the moment. So through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. I feel like that's an important message too. We've learned that we need to go at life alone, that it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. Yes. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can even imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call on your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs, and to learn to open your heart, especially when it comes to things being harder. What a beautiful message for right now. Then no wonder they wanted me to read that one. So yeah, open your heart, even though it's hard. Love is the only thing that it will set us free. Here we are with this freedom and home. She's in her heart. So only love will set us free. So no matter how difficult, no matter how painful, stay in a higher level. Keep your higher ground. Build good boundaries so you don't have to get into a lot of situations that waste your energy or call on that. But of course, if you're experiencing something difficult, there's learning in it, right? We all know this. But be courageous. Let yourself be seen. You are protected, you are safe. I love that message because we got it with Archangel Michael too. So beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Deep blue dragon, he keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust you are protected. Oh my gosh. Walk on a path of light. So a lot of us, this is from the Dragon, Dragon Oracle Cards by Diana Cooper. It's a fun deck. Powerful, high frequency. So this is a deep blue. We drew protection again. So many of you listening to this are needing to know that you are protected and you are safe. I'm sorry if you're going through something very scary and hard, but know that there is a plan and that you are protected. The deep blue dragon keeps you safe by clearing your path in front of you. Beautiful. So he's blowing fire, clearing your path, and there's the pink in the corner for unconditional love. So know that you're protected. That message just keeps coming through again and again and again. Because sometimes when we're in tower moments in life, when things are breaking down and changing in a big way, we can feel like we're not protected, especially if there's something unsafe feeling happening. Losing a house or loved ones or jobs or money or whatever it is. It can be very unnerving and make us feel lost, but be courageous. You're not alone and you are protected. All those messages of protection in here. And so the orange dragon came out next, and this brings soul families and communities together. So again, we're getting the messages of community. Your soul family and your communities. This is not a time to isolate. This is not a time to go into those old paradigm patterns of retreat and fear. This is a time to connect, no matter how hard it is, to keep your heart open and stay compassionate. Like, even if somebody's, you know, speaking about something that you don't believe in, which is a huge issue right now on the planet for a lot of people. So what? Like, it doesn't matter. We're all beings of light. The details are just the details. And ultimately, we all want the same thing. We all want peace on earth. We all want love. We all want abundance and success for everyone on the planet. So no matter what somebody in front of you is saying, don't let it trigger you. Be one with your community. Be love. Keep your heart open, no matter how difficult. Okay? Because that is part of what's going to get us through. These are great messages for May. I am so grateful for this reading. Golden orange dragon next. So we have 2 oranges here. I feel like this is Spirit really calling our attention to the Tantien, the second chakra, and the fire within us, the life force, again, grounding. Orange, grounding into our creativity, grounding our emotions, grounding into our bodies, into our sensual experience of life. That will help us enjoy being here, right? Enjoying feeling the wind blow on your skin, enjoying the sunlight on your skin, the beauty of the colors, anything like that brings you more into your body and more into pleasure. So this orange dragon, the one that says bringing soul families and communities together, it says, spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. So yes, oneness, we're all one. So what if we don't agree on vaccination, not vaccination? Again, as long as no one's forcing anyone into anything, right? And maybe even that's something you could argue about, but it doesn't matter. The point is, we're all love. We all want the same thing. So let's figure out how to get the same thing and not get triggered and not fight about it. That's just my opinion. That's my little rant. Okay, and so then the next one, golden orange dragon, expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. So expanding your light for ascension. Yes, again, that reminds me of the courageous peony. Expand your light. Be courageous. You are protected. Be a warrior, but be a peaceful warrior. You know, change things through love, through compassion, through being willing to work through things. Help those in need. And remember your magnificence on the planet. Remember your magnificence of beingness. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling with those. And stay grounded. That's a huge message throughout this whole thing. Stay grounded in your body, your second chakra, and your heart. Yes. So, I'm going to pull from another one of Diane Cooper's decks, and this one is called the Unicorn cards. Look at the pretty unicorn. I have always loved unicorns. I somewhat recently discovered that they're considered to be angelic and in the angelic realms, and I was like, oh my goodness, well, no wonder, it all makes sense. Because I was obsessed with them when I was little, and I kind of still love them, except it's not, you know, quite as acceptable for adults, but I don't even care anymore, of course. So so we're gonna shuffle these and see what the unicorns, they're very high frequency beings. Of course, interdimensional, elemental, and angelic. I see the unicorns in the fairy realms. I saw them a lot when I was little. And because I was so obsessed with them, people were, like teachers and, you know, the adults were really concerned and felt like I needed to really be educated and understand that they don't exist, because apparently I was pretty adamant about them existing. But I would see them. And so I love unicorns, and I'm planning to get more unicorn cards and do some, maybe even just unicorn themed readings just for fun. So anyway, these beautiful beings want to speak through these cards today. So let's see what they have to say for the month of May. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, unicorns. Woo, I have lots to say. Okay, so future. Let go of the past. Yes, and move forward. Let go of the past and move forward. Great. Stepping through. It's like, you know how sometimes they talk about when you're teaching or whatever, traditionally teaching and things like that, to say the message whatever you're teaching, whatever the lesson is, say it 3 different times in 3 different ways, because this is how people will absorb the information. And it's so funny. I feel like Spirit's doing that in this reading. We're going to say it 3 different times in different decks with different cards. So let go of the past and move forward. See the little unicorn in the background there? He's in the past. Let go of the past. It's safe to move forward. You are protected. And closeness, I saw this upon splitting the deck, and it says, your unicorn is so very close to you. So what was I just talking about? You know, they want you to know that, again, all of this, just if this resonates with you, if this doesn't resonate with you, just let it go. I'm not at all offended. But if this resonates with you, know that the angelic unicorns are with you. The elemental unicorns, that your unicorns are with you, your unicorn guides. So just call on them if you want to start working with them. It's an amazing energy. Really beautiful. So closeness, they're close to you right now. So whoever's watching this reading right now, Spirit wants you to know that you do have a unicorn guide, and that you always have. So that just came through right now. So that's part of why I'm pulling these cards. So allow yourself to connect with that, and if it resonates, and know that that's something you can explore a little bit more. And it's number 5, closeness, which tells me this could be a change for a lot of you. Like even the concept of it, like it was for me, of like, really? Especially after so many people spend so long convincing me that I shouldn't. And of course, it's not like, you know, I consciously thought about it. It's just was there, this block that I didn't even know was there. So honesty will ultimately be rewarded. We're going through difficult times. It's important to be honest, compassionately honest. And I feel like this actually is really about, Spirit's saying this is really about being honest with yourself. Okay? Like really clear on what you want, clear on your value and your worth, and of what you have to offer and what to offer this world. Being really honest. And that will lead you to the path that will help keep you on your temple path, that will help keep you centered, that'll help keep you from going off track. Oh, I see they can't see some of these. So here's the dragon cards, and here the unicorns. And then next we got Archangel Raphael. Healing and abundance are coming to you. Yes, thank you. And he's holding the light. Unicorns glowing behind him. Yes. Healing and abundance. Know that. That we're in this in the Starseed Oracle cards. We got the deep cellular healing. So we're in a time of deep healing right now. So give yourself a break. Keep up a good perspective. Call on help. Spend time with friends and family and soul family. And last but not least, what a great card. Queen of the Unicorns. You are blessed with love, compassion, and wisdom. So know that you are queen or king in your life. You are sovereign. Not king or queen like you're better than anybody else or you're on the top, but like king or queen like you are sovereign, like you are in charge of your life. You get to decide what stays, what goes, what you feel is worth being obligated to, and what is no longer serving your highest good and is just a drain in energy. So know that you are blessed with love, compassion, and wisdom, and that you are guided. Your intuition, your guides and angels, and your unicorn are with you. All of your guides and angels. The dragons, archangels. Know that all your help is with you, and we're all in a healing process. You're in a healing process. And it's all leading us to a greater sense of feeling at home on the planet, at home in our lives, at home in our hearts, and feeling freer than we ever have. That's really what I feel opening up for so many of us. And it is in baby steps. It seems, it's like the ego mind especially can get very impatient and be like, oh, I want it now. Why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening? I'm doing all this work and why isn't it happening? Well, it is happening. And today is 555. So all of your efforts through this portal, know all of your efforts are paying off. The time for change is here. This year is big change. So know you're protected and stay grounded is what they're telling me. And I haven't played with these in a long time, my rune stones. But Spirit I pulled them out again recently. My son had them for a while. And yeah, I haven't played with them for a long time, so I really like them. And I wanted to draw a few for the month of May just to close out the reading. So what does Spirit want to say for the month of May? Okay, let's see what this guy is. Oops. All right. Let's look. So this is the Book of Runes by Rune. That's what I'm using. And then more in the back. Yes. Little match here. Where is it? Sometimes they come out upside down and I get confused. Is that it? No. There's a couple that are similar but not exact. So let me just double check. I think this one is it, but I want to check. Ooh, interesting if that is it. Let's see. Oh no. Wait, it's this one. Right? Okay, sorry guys. All right. Yes, it's this one. Disruption. Interesting. We're going to read that for sure. Disruption. Okay. Let's see, what page number is it? 121. Okay, it is called Hagalas, is the name of the rune. Listen to this, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to put you up. Where are we going to put you? Where can you see it? We're just going to put it here on the perspective card because you can see it good against the black. So disruptive natural forces, elemental power, hail. That's what it stands for. Change, freedom. Can you believe it? Second word. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. Beautiful. I feel like that is closing out this reading perfectly. The rune of elemental disruption, of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Hagalas has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. Interesting. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the great awakener. Although the form of the awakening may vary. Perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though you were emerging from a long sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or your beliefs. Wow. Wow. Yes, I feel like that is what so many of us, myself included, have been going through. And it's funny, when I was doing this reading before, it was like showing me the tower. So the tower card in the tarot, right? Basically this huge, what they're saying in this huge disruptive natural forces, like the tower breaking down. Although a reader that I love, that I was listening to, who did a reading for me, was talking about how the tower is actually building up, and you know, really presenting that concept to me of like, yeah, sometimes things are breaking down, and then sometimes some things are building up and things are falling away. And so it seems like things are breaking down, but really you're just moving up, and what doesn't want to continue to go up falls away. So both are true all the time, right? It's the same thing in reverse. It's just a concept. But I loved how she said that, that, you know, that you can think of the tower as building you up. But anyway, going through this huge tower moment, we're feeling like things have been ripped out from underneath me, in a good way though, you know, resulting in a good thing. And then later drawing a card saying, okay, now the tower in reverse, meaning yes, you're still going through these huge changes, but now it's more gradual and more slow. Excuse me. So this rune is saying that this is what we're going through right now. We're all going through huge change, and for some of us, it's more of a more calm and slow, less traumatic type change. But for some of us, it is traumatic, or it's traumatic for a little bit, and then we're in this continual change. It's just a slower kind of change. And so knowing that it's all divine, it's the great awakener, and that's what we're in. We're in the time of awakening. So of course things are disruptive, you know. It's what it looks like when we're in growth. When a seed is growing, you know, it has to completely fall apart, break apart. The seed just cracks and crumbles and has to break open in order for basically the flower to grow, or the whatever it is, the plant to grow. So that's what we're doing. That's the disruptive force that we're all inside of right now. And for some of us, it's gradual. For some of us, it's intense. But just know that however it is, keep your heart open, because it's divine. So the next it says, be aware, however, that what operates here is not ultimately an outside force. Nothing ever truly is, right? Not a situation of you at the mercy of externals. So this is a very good point. This tower moment you're going through, this, whether it's gradual or intense and fast, it is being guided from this deeper part within us, right? It is being guided from our soul's light. And no matter how hard it is in this realm and for our ego mind to take in, we are not victims, okay? So it says this is not a situation of you at the mercy of externals, because thinking of yourself as a victim to your circumstances won't ever serve you, and you won't ever learn from the situation, and you won't ever grow. Even if it appears to have been out of your control and comes from an external place, ultimately everything, there's nothing that is not within us. Everything is driven from within us. That's a whole other video, but I know most, if not all of you listening to this know exactly what I'm saying. And so then this goes on to say, your own nature is creating this, basically. Your own nature is creating what is happening, and you are not without power. You are not a victim. The inner strength you have funded until now in your life is your support and guide at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Feel like that is happening collectively as well. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. Another of the cycle runes, so this is a cycle rune, the term radical discontinuity, wow, radical discontinuity best describes the action of Hagalas. At its most forceful, wow, radical discontinuity. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Wow, that's a really powerful rune. Not that they all aren't, but wow, that really nailed it, right? That really nailed what we're all going through. So you can draw this rune, or, you know, take a picture of it to help you move through this time. It's absolutely fascinating. We are definitely in huge time of change this year. Number 5 is living up to its expectations so far. So thank you all for being here. I really love you all. I can feel you all. As this channel continues to grow, I feel my heart just continue to grow open as well and ecstatic that we're all connecting and that we can share these gifts and these inspirations together. Feel free to comment anything you would like to comment below from this reading. It helps bring us all together, and sometimes things that you say in the comments others read and they needed to hear. You're sharing your experience. It helps other people feel connected too. I thank you so much for being here and for listening. Like I said, I can feel you all, really beautiful beings of light. We're all here to create this new world we're moving into. As I say every time, I'm very excited about the things that are happening. So keep the faith, stay close to each other, keep your heart open, and know that, you know, anything that's difficult will pass, and ultimately it's for your greatest good. So try to keep the good perspective on it. That's what Spirit's saying. Just try to stay in your heart and keep perspective, and know you're on the temple path. Know you're being guided and you're right on track. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it, or like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to hear from you if you'd like to comment. And much love to you. Many blessings for the month of May and for this 555 portal. I'm wishing you the very, very best.